All right, we'll go ahead and call the Financial Management Committee meeting on January 27th at 5:30 p.m. Mr. Nipper, you mind leading us in invocation?
Yes, sir. Pray with me. Father God, thank you for today, Lord. Thank you for our many blessings. We thank you for everyone gathered here this evening. Pray for your wisdom and guidance, and that decisions we make this evening are pleasing to you. Pray all these things in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Is there approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Dr. Phillips, second Mr. Mansfield. All in favor?
Aye.
So that's unanimous. Recognition of public, seeing none. Close that. Approval of minutes, December 9th, 19. Is there a motion? Motion, Mr. Mansfield.
Second.
Second, Mr. Nipper. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So that's unanimous. For the committee chairman, I don't have a specific report. Report of the county mayor. If he joins us, we can circle back around. Report of the law director.
No report.
No report. Report of the trustees, page 5 and 6 in your packet there. Report of the IT director. Carrie.
Nothing to report.
Okay. What's Munis network status report? You want to touch on that or talk to that?
We can. With the Munis and Tyler system, we're looking at doing an upgrade for 2020. It'll be a major upgrade, so we'll have to do training again probably. Network-wise, we're working on right now. We're working with the new transitional juvenile building, building that out, and we're also working on the libraries currently. About April, we should have all the libraries brought into the network. So we'll be at about 70% of bringing the Sumner County into a single network.
Going back to the major upgrade for the, I guess, Ty, what features or benefits will the upgrade provide?
We haven't seen the release notes on that yet,
Okay.
what exactly it is going to address. There's quite a bit out there, but there's nothing definitive other than fixes and patches, unless David's got something.
It's a required upgrade. We don't really have a choice because they quit supporting the version we got about 2 years after that.
I don't know if it's, David, if it's you or Dennis, it's you. I've had some concern expressed by librarians about having to spend quite a bit of time getting everything in there. Do you think it's a training issue or something? I know you mentioned training.
That might have been bills. Well, what they can't get in there?
Like just in terms of pulling POs and things like that.
Really, we haven't heard any issues other than maybe it's training or.
Okay, it could have just been one person, but they're saying it was taking
The only
The
report I heard
library.
was from the Portland Library, was Deborah. Deborah had some issues,
Okay.
ongoing understanding and being able to work within the system. We haven't heard anything since.
Okay, that's probably.
Right, I mean,
It's probably just getting familiar with the system.
Yeah.
I just wondered if you'd heard anything.
And some of them are just not wanting to, I guess, do it computerized. They prefer to do it manually.
Sure.
Which is a lot more costly and driving it across town. We've had a lot of that too.
Yeah. I understand.
There's Mr. Holt. Save your seat.
Thank you.
We are past the report of the county mayor, but I said we'd circle back around to you if you've got
I
anything.
really appreciate that because I have no report.
There we go. There you go.
Didn't miss anything, did you?
That's all right.
We'll move on to the report of the finance director then.
Mine will be under new business for the implementation plan for the 2012 Act.
Okay, all right. So we'll move right into that then.
Attached to the 2012 Act is indexed based on the major sections versus just reading through what's on the actual implementation guide. I'll just tell you what we're working on currently. Currently, we're working on transitioning the bidding back to the county. We're hoping to have that done by the end of March. Part of that, we need to update the purchasing and accounts payable procedures to correspond to Munis or an ERP environment and for the changes that's been made over the last 6 to 7 years. We have the policies ready, hope to present them to the subcommittee, which is your subcommittee, Mr. Becker, sometime this month. And go ahead and try to get those to the commission in March or April. The other major project is the Kronos. We have finance on Kronos. IT's in there clocking, but we're trying to deal with some issues with rules and various other little things we ran into. We're implementing The health department, hopefully within the next month and a half, they'll be on, and then EMS is shortly to follow. We're planning to have EMS into Kronos, or the automated payroll system, by June 30th, and then followed by Sheriff, ECC, and then the other departments at some later date.
So EMS by June 30.
Right, and then the rest of them, hopefully Sheriff sometime in the first or second quarter of 2021, which is our largest department. And then the other ones have a large myriad of rules and policies, so we're hoping to do those one at a time, following slowly, because there's just so many of them.
Okay.
The big thing we will need to do is work with the committee and the commission on putting rules in place, for instance, on time edits. For instance, Kronos will put a timestamp, but the managers can't time edit, so we need to make sure that the commission adopts rules for altering those. For instance, if an employee is late, you shouldn't be altering the time they are late. If they forget to clock in, you would alter it, but you would need some kind of documentation, because the system's got to be auditable. That's the kind of things that the committee and the commission need to deal with before we go completely live. The other major one is receiving in Munis. We're hoping by the end of March to have all the receiving over into Munis, but Munis also has what's called unlimited cashiering, which will be for our departments that's got the manual receipts, which audit's been giving us internal findings like C&D, planning. They've been buying manual receipts, and audit's been giving internal recommendations for years that will actually alleviate that. So we're really currently got 3 things going on, which is the accounts payable transition, along with the V-payable, which will save us some money as part of it. We've got the implementation of Kronos. We've got the receipting to be followed by cashiering, and then once Kronos is done, we're going to link it back at some point, or even before it's done, back into Munis ERP. And then we're going to follow through with things such as fixed assets and things that are on Excel and Full. Based on the resources, that's kind of as clear as we can be at this point without bringing on additional staffing.
Okay.
Because there's several pieces to it. But if anybody's got any questions about particular pieces of the overall.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Long? Okay. So do we need to vote on anything tonight, or is?
You'd need to adopt the implementation plan, which can be amended at any time, but
Yeah.
this would be our general framework of what we're aiming for over the next couple of years.
Okay. Is there a motion to adopt the plan as described?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Holt.
Second.
Second by Mr. Langford. Any questions? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Be a no. Showed that Mr. Mansfield was a no. So that passes. Any other items? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mansfield.